Virgo, this month may feel slow, but there is a deeper reason for the pause. Old patterns interfere with a new beginning, and mental stress builds until you're forced to reassess your direction. Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to your February monthly general intuitive tarot reading. If you're new here, this is Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you are returning, thank you so much for being here again. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss your spiritual guidance. Timing shifts once you stop trying to control the outcome, and patience becomes the key. I know you're dying to hear more, so let's get into it. Hey there, Virgo. I have already asked for blessings for your reading, so I thought what we'll do is we will just pull out all the cards first and then connect to the messages. Alrighty, so let's get into it. All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on here. You have the Page of Coins. Okay, coins in this deck are pentacles in other decks. So we have the Page of Pentacles with the Devil. This is being clarified by the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Hangman. Then you have the Chariot, but you received it in reverse. That's clarified by the Five of Swords, the Fool, and the Three of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Swords, which is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles being clarified by the 10 and the 9 of 10 of Cups and the Page of Cups. You have this overarching energy here of the Wheel of Fortune. Quite I'd say it's a powerful month for you, Virgo. Sorry for calling you Aries. It's a powerful month, Virgo. But it might be a bit quiet month, but a powerful one nonetheless, all right? So I feel like there's some energy here of staying very mindful around your work, mindful around your finances, mindful around where you're spending your energy, mindful around setting yourself up properly for the long-term stability is what I'm feeling, okay? You have the Wheel of Fortune, and the wheels reminds us that, you know, sometimes small, consistent choices that we make, those have a direct influence on our long-term outcomes, okay? Or our long-term goals, our long-term outcomes, especially around work, around finances, around just relationship stabilities, general stabilities, life stability. So I feel like this month might feel a little busy, maybe even demanding at times, even though it could be like a quiet demanding, a quiet busy. All right, it's a bit of a weird energy that I'm feeling, so bear with me here. I apologize if I can't get this out properly, and thanks for putting up with me while I'm trying to work this out. But I feel like, I just feel like, it's an incredibly interesting month from a productivity perspective, right? You could be productive, but maybe it's quiet in that you're not telling anybody about it, all right? So you have the universe working for you. That's what I love about this Wheel of Fortune. It's helping you to align yourself. It's helping you to lay the groundwork, and hopefully that'll lead to, I'm going to say, a much stronger foundation, whether that's a financial foundation, whether that's a work foundation, whether it's a relationship foundation. That's really up to you, because every situation is different and it could be in multiple areas of your life. So I want to start with this Page of Pentacles that came out with the Devil. Very interesting, the two cards, okay, because I feel like you're being given a powerful lesson about effort and about attachment, okay? So I say that because obviously the Devil, right, is about the attachment. The Page of Coins is an energy. It's a youthful energy, but youth doesn't always have the benefit of age, and age learns these lessons. So maybe you have never learned these lessons before, or maybe you have learned this lesson, but you just never gave it the sort of paid attention to it in that regard. But I feel like there's something here about learning that if you're being, let's say your work or your responsibilities keep you constantly occupied, okay? Maybe they do, okay? And maybe you have a desire for more financial security, let's say, or you have patterns around spending, or your earnings, you're trying to, you're not earning as much, or you're overworking, okay? These are patterns that we live with. And I think I have to say that you're learning this lesson about finding that balance, or finding that right understanding of, how much responsibility. So if you're really busy, then maybe you're learning you're having, lessons here about, my whole life isn't work. My whole life shouldn't be work. My whole life shouldn't be about making money. Maybe it should be about other things, okay? So you're learning to understand in that lesson, you're learning about what gives you fulfillment, absolutely. You're certainly looking about, with that Ace of Cups, you're learning about looking at things from a different angle with that Hanged Man, right? Looking at it and saying, oh, well, maybe it isn't everything, right? But you're certainly getting a lot of clarity with that Queen of Swords. Her head is above the clouds here, okay? You can see her head is certainly above these clouds, and she's got a lot of clarity, but she's also looking toward the future, okay? So if that's the lessons that you're learning here, it's like you're saying to yourself, okay, I never looked at these things in that way before, and starting to understand what really has value, okay? Now, if you are coming to this realization, then in effect for many of you, you may have been chained, like that Devil, okay, in that Devil card. You may be chained to these patterns. You may be chained to these beliefs. You may be chained to this, ways of doing things where you're, constantly occupied, nothing, trying to just constantly be on that hamster wheel of trying to make money, and you're not getting ahead. But at the same time, then your life is passing you by because you're not making, you're not making, memories and having enjoyable time for yourself or your family or what have you. Okay, so I feel like, if you are sort of in that and having this realization, maybe it's the time for you to be breaking those chains. Okay, maybe those chains need to be broken. And I do feel like for somebody out there that you're getting with this Page of Coins, maybe this is an unexpected message, an unexpected aha moment for some of you. I feel like for somebody out there, that news is something isn't exactly what you were expecting. All right, now, the Page of Pentacles sometimes just says, hey, there's new financial habits to be gained. Okay, while the Devil sort of looks at you and sort of says, don't you want this? Right? Don't you want this money? Right? So it asks you to kind of look honestly at what is driving your choices. Are your choices being driven by money or aren't they? Okay, so, and what is the fulfillment for yourself? Okay, and of course, this, tying back to this Wheel of Fortune, it's like a reminder that, the wheel is an up and a down thing, right? So if you're in a pattern, you can break that pattern and you can change it, right? You can, the wheel moves, the wheel actually turns, right? It's not just static, all right? So there's something there for you in that regard. Then you get into the Chariot reversed, which is very interesting, because I'm getting the feeling that it kind of says that you're still stuck, right? Like by that second week of the month, you're still kind of feeling stuck. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed with that Five of Swords. Maybe you're feeling like you can't get that fresh start with that Fool card, like you can't, just get out there and start fresh. Maybe for some of you, you just you're trying to advance your skills, your knowledge, what have you, but you can't, because all you're doing is working so much or fulfilling the needs of other people that you just can't do what you really are passionate about. Maybe you have a side business or something and you can't work on that. And maybe you're just feeling a little stuck because you're so occupied, or you're so busy, or you're so mindful of making money that the things that you love, even if they don't make you money, they're getting stuck or put on the back burner. Okay, so I feel like something is going on pause for you because of that Chariot in reverse. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like you may have to put something on pause. That's the other thing I'm feeling, rather than pushing through it. Okay, so because you've got that Five of Swords, which is like saying you're taking on too much. So maybe you shouldn't be taking on anymore and trying to push through and say, oh, I can keep going at this pace. Okay, just be careful of that. Some of you might be feeling pulled in multiple directions. You're even unsure where to focus your energy. Okay, so it's definitely a bit of a slowdown in that regard. So things are moving around you. It's powerful, it's busy, and it's moving around you, but maybe you personally are stuck and therefore you are not moving. Okay, that's what I've been trying to get to, I think, in this whole reading. It's a very strange reading, and I don't think I've ever done one like this before, so it is very interesting nonetheless. Yeah, so it's a bit of a slowdown, maybe personally strategically, okay, for you personally. Yeah, so basically you're just looking about how do you redirect this, right? And I would say that obviously try not to go against the wheel, right? Because things always work best when you're in line with the universe, when you're in line with the Wheel of Fortune, and not trying to push against it. Now, unfortunately, in the third week, you still have this Nine of Swords here. So now you might even be feeling some anxiety in this, in the latter part of the month. or, you know, something certainly keeping you up at night. You're pushing through it because you have the Nine of Wands. That is the warrior, the wounded warrior. You also have this Four of Pentacles. So it tells me that, you know, maybe you are still worried about your finances, because this is definitely holding on to your resources tightly as you can. And you're really sort of questioning your choices, okay? And they feel like, you know, for some of you, it's just overthinking it, okay? So if this is your case and you're overthinking all kinds of things, just try to let it go as much as possible. I know that's easier said than done, but do the best that you can, because it'll just free your mind up. You might have way less headaches than you probably have been having. Now, some of you also could be worrying about your workload, maybe your money, right? Like I said, you might be holding on to it a little bit tightly there. But I definitely feel like someone is feeling pressure, okay? So this month is really kind of a pressurized month. You at least close out the month. You close out the month far better than the previous weeks before it, because you have the Seven of Pentacles, and what's lovely is you have the 9 and 10 of Cups, which is a leveling up of cups, right? It's the wish fulfilled, the happily ever after, and the good news that comes with that Page of Pentacles. And it's just reinforcing that Seven of Pentacles message, which is, you know, your perspective returns here. Your way of looking at things returns. The positive perspective of things returns. And you're beginning to maybe see some progress, even if it's only gradual progress for yourself, okay? So whether you're building, you know, savings, whether you're paying down your debt, maybe you're strengthening your business connections, maybe even some of your personal connections, right? So some of you could be doing that. It just basically saying that the investment of time that you've put into some of the things that really matter is paying off for you, all right? All right, let me get you now an animal spirit oracle. So can I have a card for Virgo, please? Okay, it's the sea turtle. Says sea turtle protection. Let me read to you what it says. You are a master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Absolutely. You're certainly persevering through this month. You're certainly going with the flow because you have this wheel, and as I said, try not to go against it and get into your rhythm, remembering again what the lessons that you're learning here, which is what's really useful, what's really valuable, what is it you really want, and then how to manage that accordingly. All right, beautiful souls, that's where I'm going to leave for today. Hope something resonates. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Until then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.